But let's now move in to not super fans. Nope. That's a couple hours now.
Our favorite segment.
We're going to move into Wet Boys, our weekly segment where we talk about the dampest of dudes, the moistest of men, the soggiest of shooters. These are our Wet Boys, the guys that absolutely went off in the past week, the guys that had stupid stat lines, outrageous performances, maybe showing their true self performances this past week. This is a segment that we give love to them. Ricky, start us off with your Wet Boy. Save the special one for last. I'll announce that one. I'll do that.
I was going to leave that for last, but mine's an easy one. I mean, we had Alexi in the Discord kind of promoting it on Monday, but it's Kelly Oubre, man. We blowing kisses today. Blowing kisses to that Portland crowd. I almost said Portland cloud. Portland crowd. Kelly Oubre, 25 points, 9 rebounds, shooting ridiculously from the field, and had that ridiculous the wettest game winner against the Trailblazers.
Yeah, shout out to Alexis, our Sun fan now. We have a resident Sun fan. I think that is something that is cool. I think John's from the area of Philly. But I don't know if he's a Sixer fan. I think he's an NBA fan, is what he's told us. So we have an NBA fan, but we have Jake, obviously, our resident Philly fan.
Didn't you say he was a Bulls fan? NBA is Bulls, and then it was Pittsburgh for college.
He's a Pitt guy. He's a Pitt guy. I know that for sure. Yeah. But we know Jake's our Philly guy.
Yeah.
We got Alexis, who's our Suns guy. We got Retro, who's our Clipper guy. We got
Soapy, who's our Detroit guy.
We got Easy, who's our Knicks guy. Now I'm trying to think. We got Sam, who's our Bulls guy. We got Pat. We got a couple Bulls
We
guys.
just added the second Detroit guy, and Henry is his name.
Oh, he's a Detroit guy?
Yes. Yeah, he's a Detroit guy.
Yes.
Him and Soapy now.
I believe he's
can complain.
A St. Louis Cardinal fan as well, because that was his Twitter thing. But yeah, it's cool that we have long. Sorry if I missed your names out too. I don't have Discord on my phone, so I can't pull up all the other people. But it's cool that we can reach out there. So shout out to Alexis. Dave, who's your Wet Boy?
My Wet Boy this week was easy. It was so easy to pick because he's been killing it for just a smidge over a week. He's been on the upcline for quite a while this season.
Nice.
And I would have to say that Shay Gilgeous-Alexander has been one of the best players in the NBA because of Chris Paul's addition to this Thunder team. This is a team that going into the year, we were joking around being like, I think if they don't trade anyone, they're low-key a playoff team. And then they're just doing it. And I'm like, it's a matter of time, right, guys? Please tell me that, they're going to move on from Steven Adams. They're going to trade Chris Paul at some point. But, I'm looking at this team and I'm like, shit, they're just doing it. Shay Gilgeous-Alexander basically is being given the ability to run with this team. And Chris Paul just takes over in winning time. He's doing the Jimmy Butler deal with the 76ers, where it's like, oh, fourth quarter, Chris Paul time. Guess what? Shay Gilgeous-Alexander is massacring the league right now in the first 3 quarters. And he's just shooting well, scoring well, rebounding, doing a little bit of everything.
So here's the thing about Shay, just to let everyone in.
Yeah.
We usually text each other the day or two before of who we're going to take for Wet Boys. And I did not see that Dave, usually Dave's the last one to text in his Wet Boy, but I didn't see he texted in his first. So Sean was like, oh, I picked mine. This is who it's going to be. And I was looking, and I came across Shay, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave that one just in case Dave wants him. Just in case, and I didn't have to because Dave took him first.
Because Dave already picked him.
That's the Dave pick with Shay. And so far with Retro, we're 2 for 2.
Yep.
He likes Oubre. He loves Shay.
All right. And Ricky, what ranges are we going from? I just want to make sure. It was the 28th
to the 2nd.
28th to the 2nd. Okay, cool. So my Wet Boy, and I love the Shay pick, and I also think it's hilarious that the 2 best guards on the Thunder are pretty much just Clipper send-offs.
You're welcome.
And somehow the Clippers are better than the Thunder. The Clippers traded them. They're like the Clippers right now have the Thunder have the Clippers' 2 best players pretty much. Are the 2 best players on the Thunder are former Clippers.
There we go.
And somehow the Clippers still have 2 better players
3,
still.
Actually, Gallo.
Oh, you fuck 3 the 3 best players, Gallinari, Paul, and Shay Gilgeous, all were on the Clippers, and somehow they are much better without him. Stupid.
Yeah. The NBA is weird sometimes.
Shout out to Jerry West. Anyways.
Except for this.
Yes.
This is where Jerry West made a mistake.
Yep.
Did he? Oh, he did.
He did.
This guy had 2 picks in the 2017 NBA draft. This guy was at 11?
I called for him to do it, and he didn't do it.
Was it 12 and 13
or
was 11 and 13?
It's in our mock.
I believe he was 12 and 13. I think they picked guy, Shay Gilgeous-Alexander, at 12.
Jerome Robertson.
One, and then have the
I think it was Miles Bridges. I think it was they were at 11. and 13, and then the Hornets were at 12, and they flipped. And Miles Bridges went 11, Shay went 12, Jerome Robinson went 13, and then at 14.
Oh, where is it?
Just wait.
He's looking at our mock draft.
Why are you
He's not
looking at
looking
our
at the
because
actual
that's
draft.
2017
because
draft.
I had it.
We want the
'Cause I
official
had it.
draft.
Well, we know the NBA
It was the
draft had
same.
too.
It was the same pick.
We were trying to get the order down.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was going just with
Ricky's
what
got to
picks
be like,
they
I
had.
called it.
I
did.
We believe you.
No one cares.
I wanted to see exactly what I had.
This is not the
right.
Did Ricky Call It episode. This is Wet Boys.
Shay was taken technically at 11, and then they traded that pick to the 12th pick for the 12th pick, which was Miles Bridges. So Shay went 12, technically, because they flipped. Miles Bridges went 11. Jerome Robinson went 13. They could have had fucking Michael Porter Jr. and Shay Gilgeous-Alexander, but they decided to go Jerome Robinson, a guy that I don't even think I had in my first round mock. Ridiculous. And Michael Porter Jr., after taking a year off, finally getting healthy, being ready to play, is getting starting moments for the Nuggets, and he's absolutely killed it over the past 4 games. He's played about 20 minutes in those games. He's shooting 74.3% from the field. 50% from 3, 75% from the line. He's grabbing about 4.5 boards in those games, scoring 15.5 points per in those games. He has been phenomenal, and I know people were really upset with Mike Malone for not giving him time to start off right away, because people know his talent, and I think they knew his talent as well. In the first action he got, the first 20 minutes he got, he put up 15 points against the Pelicans in a 15-point loss from the Nuggets. People knew right away, and it's undeniable that this kid has talent. What they wanted to do was work him in as a pro. They wanted to give him months as learning, this is what your schedule is going to be like. This is what your travel is going to be like. This is what it's going to be like when you're going to the gym and trying to keep your body maintained and getting sleep. They wanted you to learn the rotations. They wanted you to learn the movements of the offense.
Also, don't tweet out the commission's number.
Also, don't tweet out the commission's number as well. I don't think they were punishing him too much on that one, but he did do that.
That's just funny.
But then in January, they start increasing the minutes, and they start taking some back away, especially in closer games. But they knew that against Memphis and against Sacramento and against Houston and against Indiana, that there was going to be opportunities for him to play. And he has taken that opportunity and run with it. And that is exactly what you wanted to see. You gave him a challenge. You gave him goals. You gave him things to say, this is how you're going to get more playing time. This is how you're going to prove that you belong in our rotation, because we're not going to screw around with a 21-year-old that's going to hurt our chances to be in the playoffs and be a better team. You're going to work your way into this. I don't care how talented you are. I don't care where you were drafted. I don't care where you should have been drafted. You need to work your ass into our rotation. This is exactly what you should do with a young player, and Michael Porter Jr. took that challenge, ran with it, and he's been killing it in the past 4 games. Shout out to Michael Porter Jr. That game, 25, his last game against Indiana, 11 of 12 from the field. The 11 of 12 from the field. He missed 1 shot, 2 of 3 from 3. 25 points.
He got the locker room ice bath, too.
Love it. I absolutely love it. And he said something funny, too, about that, too. I think he said, get away from me to Juan Hernan Gomez. But I love it. Love to see it from Michael Porter Jr.
The stupid thing about the What Boy graphic is we have, for him, I think it was points, rebounds, and assists. I tried to put something up besides, 1 assist, because I'm like, he had to have, 2 steals or something. No, everything else was 0.6, 0.5.
The boy can shoot.
Okay. He's a scorer.
That's his job.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing too. Is I think that he could be, he could put up more numbers in those other categories if he had a higher usage.
3 assists. I was like, no, he only had 1.
Right now, his idea, his role is to score off the bench.
He comes in the game, he needs to score the ball.
And here's the thing too. That's the thing he's best at. So I don't have any issues with it.
Yep.
He's also, he's young. He's still learning, how to play basketball. At least at the NBA level. He's only, I think, 21 still, right? He's 21. He's 21. So I mean, give him time. I think that he's definitely going to be a person that, if he stays healthy, will be a game changer. And at some point, when he's playing with Jokic and he's playing with Jamal Murray, it's going to be a big 3 of those guys. It's going to be insane. I love what the Nuggets did from draft day. Yep. I love the way they rolled them out last season. I love the way they handled them this season so far. And if he can stay healthy, he will be absolutely dangerous in this league. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I really didn't hate any of the teams at the time for not taking Michael Porter Jr. Until the Nuggets.
I distinctly remember watching that, and we're like, so Michael Porter Jr.'s got to go, right? This team's got to take him. And we did that for 8 teams, Sean. That was...
You guys were on VidCon. I did a solo podcast.
Yeah. me and you were doing that at VidCon.
We literally went through and we're like,
Yeah.
how have they not taken him?
On my live stream, I wasn't shocked. I was thinking that there was something majorly wrong with his body, and there obviously was, as he missed the whole season. So
more surgeries. I think 2 more.
Yeah, I wasn't too shocked that he fell. I was shocked that the Clippers didn't take him at one of those second ones. But
it seemed like a no-brainer.
It was a no-brainer for the Nuggets to pick him because they didn't even deserve to be in that spot in my mind at that lottery position. They missed it by losing the last game, and I knew that they were going to take that rise. That's why I had Jokic as high as I did as the hot take. I knew that this was going to happen, and I knew that they could waste a pick pretty much if he didn't plan out. And he's panning out right now, and he's going to be a superstar if he stays healthy. Anyways. We're going to transition from Sean's right all the time to a little bit of a somber note. It was on New Year's Day, Wednesday, that at 77 years of age, David Stern passed away due to complications of a brain aneurysm. Awful to see, former NBA commissioner. He served 30 years as the commissioner. He increased teams' values. He added 7 new teams. He globalized the NBA. That's why you're seeing Dirk. That's why you're seeing Tony Parker. That's why you're seeing Manu Ginobili. That's why you're seeing Luka Doncic. And he also helped launch the WNBA. He is getting the first ever and probably only ever. I don't want to say that.
Unless something big happens.
Unless someone else major dies pretty much, or someone saves a life. I don't know what's going to happen, how he's going to get this. But David Stern gets the first inaugural Golden Wet Boy. It's not going to count as any of our picks, but he will have this, and he will always be remembered as one of the soggiest boys for what he did for the NBA and for basketball in general. He took over the sport when it was garbage, and now it is what it is. And it's a global machine, and that is all thanks to David Stern. Adam Silver's doing a great job, but he's taking exactly what Stern did and ran with it.
And true or not, you got to love the many conspiracies that he had us talking about throughout the entire life. The frozen envelope, the block Chris Paul trade to the Lakers. Like,
oh my God,
we had storylines for this. That was knocked my water over again.
Ricky and I were cracking up the other night.
Jim Rome.
The Twitter dropped the whole Jim Rome David Stern interview, and that. If you haven't seen that, are you familiar? Yeah. Yeah, that's a gem.
Still beating your wife? What? I
don't see how that's fair.
It's a bad thing to bring up for his wife, because I don't think she wants that to be brought up.
But like the fact that David Stern was like, fuck you, I'm going to bring it up.
It was like, you're coming at me, I'll come at you.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to play this lowbrow, we can go lowbrow.
Also, real quick, shout out to J-Dub. I didn't realize he very quickly snuck into this.
John, what NBA team are you again? Because we were talking about that a little bit.
Yeah, we gave a shout out to the Pitt Panthers for you, but we were trying to figure out what NBA, because we know what region you're from. But I'm not sure if you're a Sixer fan or not. Anyways, let's go into our fantasy update. Ricky, you got it?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Do we still suck? We're 8th overall.
Hey.
We're dead last in rebounds still.
Not a problem.
We're about middle in everything except for field goal percentage. We're first in free throw percentage.
Nice.
We've dropped to second in blocks. We're 14.5 instead of 15.
Shame.
I'm sorry, we dropped to third, tied for third. In that, the top 5 is still Brad Stevens at 1. Kingy at 2. Shout out to Kingy in the chat.
Yep.
Sam, also shout out to him in the chat. He's at 3. TJ McConnell fan club is Jake at 4, and then Top Cats at 5.
All right. Shout out to all those guys. Did we make a trade? What did we do last time?
We offered.
It is still pending.
Oh, really?
It's still pending.
So that's a soft
Who did we offer it to?
We offered it to Team Nicholas.
Okay, I don't know if
Devonta Graham for John Collins.
Okay, he is a Sixer fan. John is.
All right,
John is a Sixer fan. Okay.
Here's the thing, though. Scalabissier, right now it just says out. I don't know how long he's going to be out for.
Here we go. This is probably the biggest addition that we can add from a live podcast.
Yeah.
Kingy in the chat. Yeah. Help me out with a trade. Just lost Isaac.
Ooh.
Let's look at Kingy's team. Maybe we can help him out with a trade.
Dave, I know, was like, hey, how about that MPJ? He is not. He is on Team Blah.
But what about Isaiah Hartenstein?
Ooh.
I called that early. I called that after his...
I've been calling it since we drafted.
Okay.
Get out of here.
Too. Sean's been on Isaiah Hartenstein since day one. Don't get me wrong. But he got that opportunity to start because of a Clint Capella rest day. and he blew it up. And I was like, we need this guy.
Should we pick him up? You want me to pick him up right now? All right. I'm just asking a question,
Yes,
Dave.
he is doing everything.
He in the G League last year, I think he was like 27-17 and having like 5 blocks a game.
I'm dropping Scalabissier.
Stupid.
Yeah, no, he's
Scal is
fantastic.
dropped. I hope King E didn't snipe him from us because he loves to do that.
Oh, that's true.
No,
that's true.
okay.
Yeah.
We got Hartenstein.
Yes. Hell yes.
But let me now go to King E's team so that we can let's make a deal, Wayne Brady. By the way, I was talking to Dave about that when you brought that up on the podcast last week, and when you said let's make a deal, that's not the first thing that comes to my mind when you say Wayne Brady.
True.
It's a Dave Chappelle show.
Dave Chappelle
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
So he's got Drew Holiday. I think we looked at his team last week and almost traded Kawhi for Drew because he offered us Kawhi for Drew.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's got Drew Holiday, Bradley Beal, Rocco, Jonathan Isaac, Bam Adebayo, Kemba Walker, Josh Richardson, Tomas Satoransky, Ricard Holmes, Eric Bledsoe, Alec Burks, Daniel House, and then Kevin Huerter. Hoyter.
That's a tough one. And
Dave's like, that's a tough one. I don't know if I want any of these guys.
Well, I just doing trade live on the air, so always gonna be a little time.
Especially with the other GM listening into our trade
Exactly.
talks.
Well, he can
Should we go
offer
to
us
black? Should
too.
we fade to
We're
black
talking
right
to him live right now. We're having live negotiations in front of everybody.
Yeah. All right. Who do we not like on our team?
I mean,
It's tough. I don't know.
we had the whole Kawhi debate because of load management, managing that load.
I still want to trade for him.
Devonta Graham was who we offered up for
He's
Jonathan
been
Collins
a great assister, not a great shooter.
because he's bringing down our our field goal average. We also have Marquise Chris on this team, who Dave bashed earlier in the show.
I did. He's not a smart player. I'm not changing my opinion
We
on that.
still have Chris?
Yeah, it's on our bench.
We had Chris and Scale.
Yeah.
Well, no, we don't have Scal
We
no more.
had Chris and Scale at the same time. We had the abomination of that draft.
Yeah.
We are the nation.
Well, no, that wasn't even the
Abomination.
biggest abomination of that draft.
You're right.
Georgios
Papagiannis
Papagiannis went.
was.
What is he up to?
Nothing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's have him
he has
on the
Rocco?
show.
He has Rocco on his
Yeah,
team?
he does.
Rocco's been slumping.
Kingy, let us
He had
know
one good game recently.
what you...
That's it.
Oh, Jake's in the chat now. He said Kawhi for Harkless, straight up. Kingy, we are interested in Rocco. Send us a deal. Maybe we'll work it out in the next segment.
Maybe,
Sound good?
Maybe.
Sounds great.
Didn't miss anything. We hit David Stern.
That's everything.
We hit Wet Boys.
Oh.
We hit Fantasy.
I got one thing I want to bring up for
One
Wet
thing.
Boys because it fits nowhere else. So you and I made a deal last week, a bet.
Did we?
Oh, that's true. There was
We did the
Oh.
Laker Clipper bet. You
Right,
forgot about
right.
that already?
No, yeah.
I'm not
had that.
I'm not backing out of the deal, but I did think about one
Refresh
thing.
what people with that because I don't
So
know if my
what the deal was? It's a stupid bet because like
It's a 4-0 versus an 0-4.
it's like a 99.9% chance that I lose.
Yep.
But like I'm fighting for the chance that there's a chance that it could happen.
Yep.
Which is just stupid for me. Basically it's if the Clippers sweep the Lakers, I win. Anything else, Sean's win. So it's a stupid bet for me.
Yeah. The Lakers
But,
just need to win a game.
My biggest thing was you were like, oh, well, there's not a chance it could happen. I was like, there is a chance. There's a chance it could happen, even if it doesn't. And we said shave our heads. But here's the thing. Over the summer, I'm probably going to have job interviews that I'm not going to walk in. Like, I'm not going to be able to do what we bet on. Because I'm not going
Then
to walk
don't
into
make
job
bets.
interviews.
I don't care.
No,
I have
I'm
a
saying
job I have
like
to show up to.
we don't have to do it right now, but let's come up with something else on the line than a shaved head. Like,
If you're not shaving your head, I will bet money. I will take currency from you because I'm winning
money.
this.
I don't want to bet money.
Literally,
Like, we're still going to do it.
What do you want to give up? Because I'm winning anyways.
See, that's
I'm not
the thing.
afraid.
I don't know.
I'm not afraid to bet anything because I know I'm going to win.
No. I get that, and I'm just saying I don't want to shave my head because I know I'm going to lose.
What about no?
Like, there's a chance I
Drew
win,
and
but I know I'm
Satoransky
going to
for
lose.
Kawhi.
That's questionable. We will think.
Dave's like,
and
I've
ponder.
got to think about that.
We'll think and ponder on that one. I was trying to think of something that you guys can bet.
Offer it over just in
Yeah,
case.
toss it official. Make it official. We'll consider as
Send
we go.
it. Yeah, send it through Ismian.
I was trying to think of something that you guys could both do.
No, let's do it.
That wouldn't affect your job.
Yeah,
And
I just thought like because
Shaved
for me,
head,
if I
Hitler stash,
if I wasn't
I
going
get
to
to
be
pie you
something
in the
embarrassing.
face.
Ooh.
Sure, I could do
Live
that.
on
deal.
Twitch embarrassment.
Sure.
We'll change
For
it.
the YouTube forever. What kind of
So,
pie?
Like just a whipped cream pie.
Yeah, we'll do cream pie. Because I don't actually want to waste a
And
good
I
pie.
will, and I will wear a James Harden jersey when you
I
do
don't
it.
care about
because I
that.
hate James Harden.
Okay, cool, sick.
Well, it's just
awesome.
extra, it's an
dude.
extra burn on me.
Okay,
It's an extra burn.
I don't really care. It's not even. He's not even playing in the team.
No, but I don't like. I don't hate anyone on either.
You'll have to
Clippers or the
admit that
Lakers.
Trae Young's better than Zach LaVine.
See, but that's not even a bad thing for me because I love Trae Young.
I'm trying to find something you were a fan of.